Hello and welcome back to the finishing line and the eagerly anticipated jump season preview. So, as always, I'm joined by the two boys. How are we?
Good.
Good.
I think we're seeing why Dave doesn't do it from his house very often. He looks like a ghost on that screen.
You're very vampire-ish.
The lighting is not great here, but sure, look, it is what it is.
All right, so what we're going to do in this video, we're going to give our novice hurdlers, our open hurdlers, novice chasers, and open chasers to follow for the season. There's probably one or two you might probably laugh at and get the piss taken out of us. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll do it, and we will start with the novice hurdlers. So the brief was one, but Tom has about 20. So Tom, you may as well start.
I got 3 of them.
You said one, like one.
You can't just pick one. We can't do
a few weeks ago. We'll do 2 or 3 novice hurdlers. Oh, sure, we don't know what they're only coming out of bumper. Oh,
he literally said, He literally said, "Oh, you can't do that, sure. You don't know how good they're going to be coming out of bumpers. That's just stupid." And then he picks 3 then today.
I've got my 3 to follow. You're going to love one of them. Are we doing one and then passing it on and coming back around, yeah?
Do your 3.
You do all yours, man.
Do your 3 and then we'll go then.
Get all your shite out the way with Tom. Yeah, okay. The first one up is we're back on the mayor's novice hurdle campaign with Queensbrook now as the Princess Zoe dream is dead in the water.
So that's 4 you have back now.
No, I know I've got Queensbrook backed, and I think she's got a very good chance. I was impressed with her at Fairy House. What I was impressed with was her jumping. The trip was never going to suit. Nothing led, so she had to make her own running, and they went a very slow gallop. None of that would have suited, but the one thing she did is she jumped very well. David Russell said she blew up twice, so I don't mind that at all. It was a 2 mile around Fairy House. Is not what she wants. She wants a bit further than that. Third in the champion bumper. A couple of those horses that the Dan Skelton horse that came 5th came out and won. Gordon's other horse came out and won the other day as well, I think. So yeah, she's definitely, and especially if they keep it to the mayor's program, I think she's got a very good chance of being at the top of that list. The other one is, now this is doing a bit of a you, Andrew, and going on a bit of hype.
Why am I hype? I don't do hype.
His form at the minute isn't there, but it's what everyone's saying about him is Ballyadam. And I saw Jamie Codd's quote the other day. We put him up on the video like at the back end of over lockdown, and I put him up for the Supreme.
Are they in lockdown again, Tom?
Back in lockdown, the first lockdown. But I put Ballyadam up at 40 to the Supreme, and I reckon that's where he could end up. I just think he's very classy, and he's actually got quite a lot of pace. I'm really looking forward to seeing him this year. Like, you know, all the vibes are very much right about him. And the other one, Dave, just for you, is Ranch Hand, the horse of Andrew Bowling's. Apparently this goes hurdling, which amazes me. They could get hundreds and hundreds of thousands for this horse to go down to Australia. He's rated 106 on the flat. He stays really well. I actually think he'll suit hurdling. He hits a flat spot in his races and just runs on. And I think having something to jump will slow them down a bit. So, yeah, he's a very interesting recruit. If he takes the hurdling, he could be very good.
He could also be absolutely shit.
He's 106 rated flat horse. We have this route all the time. You're like, he's useless. I'm like, he's 106 rated.
You were all over him for Royal Ascot, and he was a dog at Royal Ascot. Useless.
How was he rated 106?
I don't know.
He's a good standard horse, that lad.
He's 106. What's Princess Zoe? 110?
He's a good standard if he's racing against Make Good.
Owners didn't get on today, lads. It's a shame. Shame. Awful shame.
I fancied him I actually fancied him for that. I backed him
You
this morning.
fancy him every time he fucking runs.
I don't fancy him every time he runs. That's the third time I've backed him. And I backed him because I didn't fancy the favourite or the second favourite. And what happened? They both ran shite races and Make Good didn't run. So. You know he's declared for Thursday now.
You can stay declared.
So yeah, they're my 3 novice hurdlers without being too obvious.
Okay, Dave, take it away. Your go.
My one is probably a fairly obvious one. Fernie Hollow won the champion bumper, and I couldn't make head nor tails of him last year. His first 2 runs, I thought he wasn't putting it all in, and he was a bit of a dog, but I think he's just a bit of an enigma, and he needs to be ridden a certain way. His form in the champion bumper, like Tom said, a lot of those horses are coming out and winning. It would worry me a little bit maybe that Badly Adams will go for the Supreme as well, but I hope they'd split him up. I think he is very fast, very classy, and as long as he jumps well, he should pick up a good few races. And I have him back for the Supreme.
Only one you have?
He's the only one I have back for the Supreme, yeah.
No, that's the only novice hurdle you have.
Yeah, only one, yeah.
Right, so my go. I have 2 since Dom had 3. I'm going to make it. Well, I thought you were going to have 2 or 3 now. But
I stick to the rules, don't worry.
You stick to the rules. No, 2020 is just took the piss now. My first one is one who I've been saying for a long time is Bob Ollinger. Shut up, you. You didn't even say it.
High post.
Literally, like he won a bumper.
Like a horse today who won a maiden hurdle.
Who?
No one Dave, why didn't we do this last week? Because Andrew's top novice chaser to follow.
Wait, whoa. We were going to do this last week, and Baldy there said, "Oh, I'm having Captain Guinness." Yeah.
Did you see what he put on Twitter yesterday?
I did.
Picture of Captain Guinness. The Arkle winner is out tomorrow.
The Arkle winner is out tomorrow. Yeah.
I might have had the wrong picture up. That might be my bad. Might have the wrong picture up.
It should have been Shiskin.
Hey, what do I always say? Forgive a horse one bad run.
You don't forgive any horse anything. The abuse I get for forgiving horses.
Yes, I do.
Tom, you give them 25 chances.
You give them till they retire.
I love how this has just turned into a route straight away.
That's what we do.
We haven't even got the novice hurdlers done yet, and we're having a round.
Look. What? Yeah, shut up, believe me, say it. Bob Ollinger. Very impressive winner of a bumper in Gorham Park, beating Coccolino by 10 lengths. Coughlin, whatever his name is. David is laughing at me. Come on, Dave, what is he?
I just can't stand that. I can't stand that course going, and I just can't believe they're putting this thing up. But keep going.
He won by 10 lengths, and he won it very, very easy. It was the eye test that worked, and he passed it with flying colours. It's not like he stole the race by any means. He was a length clear at halfway. The favourite on the day came up to his girth about 3 furlongs out, and he spat him out like he wasn't even there. He was eased down at the line. He's a big, big boy. I think he's going to be a better taster than he is hurdler. But what shocked me is... What?
Guess what, Tom?
United penalty.
Yeah.
No lads. Free certainties in life. Death, taxes, and a United penalty.
Very good.
United will score a penalty. Where was? Oh yeah. The thing that shocked me that came out last week was that he's actually not going to be campaigned over 3 miles. And that, I thought he was a 3 miler out and out, but apparently he has a lot of speed on the gallops and so on. He's been aimed for 2 miles 4 now, so I think he's going to go under the radar. His big prices for the novice races at Cheltenham, he's 20s and 33s. I think he will go under the radar because of the bumper he won and where he won it, and it was just wasn't in the light of Cheltenham like Queensbrook guys and all the rest of them. So Bob Allinger, I am really looking forward to see how he gets on during the season. My second one is an obvious one. I'm going for the bumper, champion bumper, and appreciate it. The fella just stamps a 3 mile class. He's going to be a better chaser, but I think he's going to mop up 3 mile races around Ireland and possibly go off favour for that. Albert Bartlett come Cheltenham. The form is stacking up. Queensbrook's after winning. Did they score, Dave? I see you watching it.
No, he missed it, and they're letting him take it again. Yes! Yeah, but wait. They're letting him take it again because the keeper was off his line.
No way.
I know shit. Fucking Van Dijk nearly gets
2 penalties.
2 penalties. Van Dijk was like fighting Conor McGregor there at the weekend, and then Mane's fingernail was offside, and you get a penalty every go, and then you get to retake it if you did miss.
Have you seen the post going around about Van Dijk? It's like memorial tributes going around. It's a
bit too far. Did you see? What's your man? The guy who's got the Irish suit on Twitter. He posted up the other day. They scored. Some guy wrote this big like thing saying like, "Oh, I'll get him for you" and all this kind of crap.
Andrew sent it to me.
Did you see what your man wrote on it?
Yeah.
He put something. What did he say?
Like, he's going to go looking for him around Liverpool and everything.
Yeah.
I'll find him. I come across players every day. I'll sort them out first. Don't you worry. Rest up, big man, or something like that.
Jesus.
Back to the horses. He was second in the champion bumper. As Tom said, the form has been franked already. It was 2 or 3 after coming out and winning already. I think that's going to turn out to be a good bumper, and him stepping up to 3 miles, I think I think he'll mop up in the 3 mile races around Ireland and possibly go off favourite for the Albert Bartlett on the Friday at Cheltenham. So that is my 2 novice hurdlers to follow. We will now jump on to our open hurdlers. Tom, you go again first.
Okay, the first of my one is I put up in the last couple of videos. I'm kind of banging the drum about him now, and his price is halved for the champion hurdle. It's Saint Roy. Patrick was very complimentary when he was on the show about him. He looks like one who could improve. Just the way he went and won that county hurdle was insane. Like just tanked through the race, quick and clear, like an absolute machine. He was good at Tipperary. He needs to brush up his jumping a little bit. But, that was only his 4th run over hurdles in the UK and Ireland. So I'm hopefully he can do that. And I'm really looking forward to him. The other one is for the 3 mile division. And again, another one I've mentioned before is Sawyer De Burleigh. Won a handicap at Cheltenham off 152 with 11 stone 12 on his back for the 2nd year running. Just discount all of the races in between that. Just forget about them. So the 2 races he's been fit and ready to go, will we say. In the last 2 years, he's won both at the Cheltenham Festival, one off 152. He's now off 158. He's going to have to go down this route. As long as he doesn't go chasing, he's going to go down the Stayers Hurdle route, you'd imagine. He's probably got to improve another 5-6 pounds, I'd say, to be placed in a world hurdle or a Stayers Hurdle. But I imagine he's a horse who can do that with a season campaigned again around Cheltenham. So, I think in an open division for the Stayers Hurdle, he's one to follow.
Do you not think he's going to get a hard season? And like he's not going to get away with going over to Bangor or wherever he went the last time and just Warwick.
No, I don't think it'll matter. I think they'll still. I don't think they'll over race him. I think he'll only have 2 or 3 runs and then Cheltenham. So, I think they'll manage him fine. But it's just his Cheltenham Festival form. We say it every time, and it always comes around. Cheltenham Festival form comes to the top. He's been there twice. He's done it twice. Once off top weight in a handicap. That's very difficult to do at Cheltenham. So, no, I'm hopeful for him. And he's about 16 to 1, so he's a decent price.
Dave, what do you have?
I had two, but I believe one of them is entered on Sunday in a beginner's chase, so it counts him out, which I'm a bit disappointed in, but sure, look, it is what it is.
And who was that?
Easy Work. I actually fancied him for the Pertemps. I thought they'd keep him over hurdles and go the same route that they went with Delta Work a couple of years ago, and then try and win the Pertemps and then start going into grade ones and then go chasing the following year. But I think he's entered on Sunday in the chase. So I go 2 hurdlers, one in Ireland, one in England, and they probably will both end up in the Stayers Hurdle. The Irish one is Fury Road. I really liked the Albert Bartlett last year, and I think anything that comes out of it will be decent enough. Anything out of the top 4, those 4 horses that were coming towards the line together, I'd say are very good. I think the latest exhibition will be very good, and I think Fury Road kind of maybe was a little bit immature last year. I think keeping him over hurdles and going for the Stayers Hurdle is a good shout. And then I was really impressed with Mac Fabulous last week at Chepstow. He's a big burly horse, and he kind of just was motoring through the hurdles. I think he'll. Paul Nichols said he's going to step up to.
Well, good. He's frozen because he just robbed my horse and he didn't even put it on his list.
I just to say who's frozen, us or Dave. Look at him.
So that's what all the women see when they come up to him.
Tinder profile picture right there.
Well, I'm going to... No, he didn't put that down on his list. That was my one. I'm going to rob it on before he gets back. Or will I? See, this is what happens when you go live. I'll ring him. 2 seconds. Bear with us now.
Oh, we're live, are we? Oh, okay.
We're not live. But I'm not editing it because it takes a lot longer. Daz, what's my hair doing? Jesus Christ, the boys.
Jimmy Neutron again. It's like your racing central debut all over again.
Going out of the shower. Down in the gym, back shower. Fucking hell. Oh, here he comes. He's back again.
He's back.
I swear to God, lads, don't ever get Sky broadband, because.
Wait now.
What are you saying to me?
Mac Fabulous wasn't on your list. I have Mac Fabulous.
Yeah, well, I had to choose another one because of Easy Work, so tough shit. But don't ever get Sky broadband, lads. It literally works for 10 minutes, then cuts you off. I'm using my phone now as a hotspot, and I have broadband here. Pointless. €70 a month for bollocks. But anyway, Mac Fabulous, yeah, he's my second one.
Go. Absolutely disgusting.
That's what you get for going second.
He's took you up there. And now he's gone.
He's gone. Just gone. Dave has
Andy, go on. Kick on yours.
Mac Fabulous is one of them, and exactly what Dave said. He was a late developer last year. He was very impressive on his win at Chepstow. He didn't get robbed like my selection got robbed off me there, but he's off 153 now. He's a good bit to find, but he's going to Newbury on Labrook Trophy weekend for the Grade 2 or 3 miles on the Friday, I think. That will tell us a lot more, but I really like the way he jumped, the way he travelled, the way he put the race to bed after the last. He looks a lot more built into himself, a lot more mature. I think he could be very, very hard to keep out of the top 3 of what we see him right now. That's not even taking into account how good he could get in the Stayers Hurdle. I'm really excited to see how he gets on. He's very good to me.
You're keen to knock my Sawyer De Burleigh, but that McFabulous is only rated 153. Like he's only
the thing that puts
pounds behind Sawyer De Burleigh.
I don't care about ratings, but I'll tell you exactly what puts me off Sawyer De Burleigh. It's the
And he
fact
has
that
potential, though, Tom.
it's the way Sawyer De Burleigh's been campaigned the last 2 years. He was just brought out to finish 6th or 4th in some race. He's going to have to step up against all the big boys now. Go to the proper 3-mile grade ones. Go at a pace he's never went before. He's won two handicaps at Cheltenham, and he's that. You're a man that doesn't really like headgear when it goes on horses, and he wore blinkers last year.
I don't mind that. If it works, it works. Like, I'm screaming out for Make Good. I'd love Make Good to have blinkers on him. I think he's a certainty today he has blinkers on him over 1.5 miles. But
First it's down the lay down.
But no, Sawyer De Burleigh, I think it's very difficult as well. Like, if you're campaigning a horse to finish in the first 6 in a race, but you don't want them to finish in the first 3 because they're going to go up in a handicap. That's a very hard window to get them in, because you have to have them some way fit, but not fully fit.
You can be 85% fit and just...
Yeah, but knowing that 85% fit is difficult. It's not that easy, because you can't have 2 unfit. That's why they had to bring to Warwick the last day. So I think if they
to Warwick because he wasn't qualified.
Yeah, that's why they had to bring him to Warwick, because he finished out of the 6 in Leopardstown.
Yeah.
So they had to bring him over to Warwick to get him qualified. So, and still try and not be
like, they can't have him like 85% fit, then just bring him up a little bit more, and then hit Cheltenham full peak. He's going to have to hit full peak at least twice.
Yeah,
before Cheltenham.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they pick out 2 or 3 targets now this season, if they get him fully, he won't be fully fit for the first one. If he's fully fit for the next 2, then it's like training any other grade 1 horse. You know, get them fully fit, leave them down again, and then bring them up to full fitness again. I think that is a trainer is easier to do than trying to guess exactly where you are, and you know when you've got one fully right and they're bucking and kicking and you're ready to go. And that's easier than guessing percentages.
I'll put this to you, another one. Do you not think if they thought he was good enough, they would have went last year?
No.
He's not good. He's not good enough.
I think he's just been a handicap plot job. He's £5 higher rated than your one in a minute. It's like the one we were talking about.
He doesn't travel well enough. He doesn't travel well enough to win a grade 1 over hurdles.
I reckon he does. It's like Aramax.
That's actually a fair point. The way he travelled when he won his first one was ridiculously bad, and how Barry Gertie ever got him up is beyond me. That could be another downfall. That's the reason probably the blinkers are on him.
Oh yeah, he's been going for a reason, but I think Cheltenham just picks him up. But it's like Aramax. It's like, you know, Aramax could finish a lot closer than he is in some of those novice traces.
Hashtag plot job.
Well, it's like, why would you do that with him? Oh, because we can line him up for a Cheltenham handicap. So
yeah, I think we all think that's going to happen. Where he's going handicap.
It's obvious, yeah.
I've won more, and it's probably one of the most obvious ones, but I still don't get the price. It's Honeysuckle. The thing is unbeaten over hurdles, but unbeaten his whole life, and just doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's 4 grade 1s, 1 over 2 miles, 3 over 2 miles 4. Beat Benny Jadu fair and square. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Benny was never going to go past him again. Benny Jadu should be a 3-miler. We say it all the time. She'll win the Stayers hurdle if she turns up in it. She's by far the best. I think her best form is over 3 miles, plain and simple. The French champion hurdle, the Galmoy at Gorham Park. Gorham Park, where she absolutely routed the field. And Honeysuckle beat her fair and square, plain and simple. She's 3-1, 7-2 in the place for the mare's hurdle. She's going to go there. Going to have the same prep as last year. To me, she's by far the best mare in training over hurdles. I can't see her being beaten in the mare's hurdle whatsoever. And going on, Dave was kind of convinced she's going. Benny's going over fences. So if that's the case, Honeysuckle is going to be even money if you're lucky come the day. So I think she's going to go same route as last year. Can't remember her warm-up race, the Irish Champion Hurdle onto Cheltenham. I think 3-1, 7-2 is a steal right now for the Mayor's Hurdle. I know she's not going to be a price to follow for the season, but this is looking forward to what she's going to do. She's going to win all her races coming up to it. And her price is just going to contract. So I think if you fancy her, really fancy her now, I get on the price now. I know it's a short price to get on, but if she gets there, which there's no reason why she won't, she's going to be a very short price favourite for the Mayor's Hurdle. That's it. Oh God, no argument. Okay.
Benny should have beat her, but apart from that, yeah, no argument.
Like, what's the evidence like?
Pushed wide, never got back those couple of lengths that Honeysuckle gained.
He was pushed a horse width wide. If she was the superstar she would have got back up. She got up to her quarters. Honeysuckle went away again and was idling again when she hit the line.
How is Benny the Jew going to win a Stayers hurdle when she can't beat Honeysuckle?
Because Honeysuckle has more speed.
But that's exactly it. Honeysuckle quick and clear, and Benny never got back to her. Those couple of lengths that Rachel got up the inside, she got those lengths, and he just never got back to her.
And she would have got him anyway.
She wouldn't have got them. If Robbie Power didn't move off the rail, she wouldn't have got them.
She would have got him anyway. If she came out, if the Rose were the first, Honeysuckle would have went past her anyway.
Not for me in a month of Sundays, but anyway.
And look, it's in the record books. It's all that matters, lads. Right, Novice Chasers. Shall we keep the same system going? Tom, go for that.
I'm going left field here now for two of these.
I have a big left field one. I'm going to get so abused over as well.
Dave, me and Dave had two of the same, so I gave him one of my Novice Chasers because there was no way I was giving him my Open Chaser.
Oh, did he ask you? Could he have it? He just doesn't take it then, did he? That was nice out of you, Dave.
The first one, so my first left field one is a horse that won at the weekend at O'Toy called Le Berry. Dave, you'll love this horse. He's great.
I know, I do like him.
Yeah. He's so apparently though.
He's what?
Everyone in France loves him.
Yeah, I think he looks very special at the minute.
But did they not say he wasn't coming over? There's I'm nearly full sure I heard them saying he wasn't coming over because there's too much of a good bloody schedule, whatever they call it. Program for horses over there at his age.
Whether he comes over or not is the question mark, right? But even if you're watching racing in France, follow Le Berry. He looks an absolute weapon. He's only a 4-year-old. The reason I put him up is because I've heard that David Cotton is thinking about bringing some horses over to the UK and potentially even Ireland this year. So he's worth following. We can watch French racing on at the races now all the time. And he is a special horse. He's definitely the best they've got over there. So I'd love to see him come over for Cheltenham and see how good he is against the UK horses and Irish horses. So he's one to follow. Now I think I've got the next Notebook. And hopefully the final thing at Cheltenham doesn't work out like Notebook did, Andrew.
20 minutes ago, I got the height of abuse because I put up Notebook last year. And now you're saying you have the second coming of Notebook.
I had the second coming of Notebook, apart from this one and win at Cheltenham, not bomb out like yours did.
Yeah,
I finished third, ran well. Cobbler's Way, lads. I'm just watching a few videos this afternoon there, and the horse I was watching was Longhouse Poet. But Cobbler's Way took my eye, and I went back and looked for his form. This horse even looks like Notebook. If there was ever a big bull of a horse to go chasing, this is him. He was very good last year. He was second in the Grade 1 there behind Latest Exhibition at the Dublin Racing Festival. And he was running a decent race he was going to be beaten, but he was still running a good race. He got bumped in the Albert Bartlett. He was going to finish just in behind those. Rachel sat up on him and pulled him up. I don't know if he pulled a muscle or something, but as long as everything's okay with him, he's rated 146 over hurdles. And I guarantee you he's at least a stone better over fences. And if he's a stone better over fences, then he's a 150 to 155, 160 horse, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's going to be very good.
You know, you wouldn't.
That's because he's. You only agree with it because he's a Henry de Bromhead horse. That's the only reason.
Oh, Henry de Bromhead and his horses.
I know this horse looks every bit a chaser as well.
His form is there. He's around the right horses. He's built like a chaser. He was always going to be a chaser.
Yeah, he's grade 1 form as a novice hurdler and was rated 146 as a novice hurdler. And for a horse that looks certain to improve, even if he only improved 10 pounds, that's 156. That's a grade 1 novice chaser. So, yeah, he could be the one for me that not too many people are mentioning.
Yeah, I can't knock that thought. Dave can.
No, I wouldn't knock that thought. I'd knock you saying you agree with it because it's only because it's trained by Henry de Bromhead. I wouldn't even say you know what the horse looks like.
Hey, does look like Notebook.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Notebook.
That's your two. Do 2 or 3, or how many do you have in this one?
Yeah, no, I've only 2 of those.
Jesus. Dave, top them.
My 2 are the big getaway from Willie Mullen's stable. He was 3rd in the Ballymore last year behind Envoy Allen and Easy Work. And I think that's form will stand the test of time all year. Patrick gave him a good shout on the podcast as well when we were talking to Patrick. And he just looks like a big burly chaser. I actually said it in the group. I'd nearly back him for the Hennessy next year, not this year's one. He looks like a perfect horse to go over and jump those big fences in Newbury for the Hennessy next year. But I think he'll win a good few races this year. And then Darver Star, I really hope they keep him over 2 miles because if they go up to 2 mile 4, he's not going to beat Envoy Allen. His form in the champion hurdle last year is very strong. The Irish champion hurdle, and he was 2nd to Honeysuckle. I think that puts him in a right good shout of winning the Arkle or being thereabouts in the Arkle.
Look on my face.
Oh no, the look on my face is I've just seen what price Cobbler's Way is for the RSA and the National Hunt Chase. What price do you think it is?
66.
50s for the RSA and 33s for the National Hunt Chase. That's way too big. And by the way, just while I'm talking, the big getaway was the one that me and Dave had.
I have Darver Star backed. He was my first Ante-Post bet of the year for 25 to 1 for the Arkle. So I hope he goes down that route. And I thought he jumped adequately last week without being superb. But I'd say a faster run race will suit him better, and he'll jump a little bit better then. Good trainer as well.
It was a typical first spin over fences in a race course. Nothing wrong with it, but it could be better.
He's a very good trainer as well.
Who's he with?
Cromwell.
Inside joke. Right, so my first one is Monkfish, the winner of the Albert Bartlett.
I knew he was putting him up. I knew it.
He's good lad. He's good. He's kind of another late developer. He was, well, Patrick said it best because he was the one riding him. He was kind of a coward when he was younger. He wouldn't go through gaps in the bumpers, but once he hit Cheltenham last year, he said he became a man. And when Paul Townend got off him, when he actually won the Albert Bartlett, he said, I never felt the horse underneath me pick up once jumping the last, which you have to take notice of that straight away. He's built like a chaser. He's huge, like top of the game, but less injured. I've always liked him, but we were in Alfie's. Did I hurt your feelings? Like we were in Alfie's before this race went off, and we were talking about Monkfish, and me and Davian agreed that, yeah, whatever he does here now, he's going to be absolutely unbelievable next year as a chaser. So going on what we thought there, I think he's going to be extremely good. He could be with Richie's actually chance of getting near winning the Gold Cup again. No, boy.
No, he just won't, like.
Boy.
I think if he's got a Gold Cup horse ever, that's the horse.
Yeah, I think he's very good. He's all the right attributes. He travels so well in that Albert Bartlett. He got headed. He battled back. He has everything. He battles. He jumps. You think he's going to be a lot better jumper over a fence. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does over a fence next year, or this season, should I say. My next one. Right, let's get to Captain Guinness before we all have to go.
Henry the Bromhead horse.
No. He got pulled up today, fair enough. There must be something wrong with getting pulled up 5 out.
He couldn't go to Gallop.
Just
he literally wouldn't be able to go to Gallop.
There must be something up with him.
Just a high horse, Andrew.
It could be. It could be down. It could be a high horse, but I'd gladly see.
I tell you what happened to him. Right? They said he was clinically abnormal after the race. He couldn't go to Gallop, and he spat the dummy out and didn't want to jump the fences. That's exactly what happened.
So he couldn't go to Gallop. It's a pretty novice either, could he not?
Oh, well, that one today was going wicked fast. He's very like his brother. It's just
his brother.
Shoot.
It's very unexpected. What?
Who's his brother?
Great Fields.
Lunatic.
As some guy on Twitter said, he couldn't go to Gallop as the horse in front. So Rachel just pulled him up and said, "We'll have another go another day." Dave, you need to get on Twitter. Some of the shit you see on Twitter is mental.
People don't.
Some guy, I put up the Lay Goshen, right, in his flat race, and some guy told me to get the white coat men around because I was laying Goshen. Imagine that.
There's a lot of things you do to get white coat back.
Who's the second one? Come on.
Second one is Classical Dream. He's a total forgotten horse. Like Wipeout last year. He should have had the white coats last year. He was just absolutely a fruitcake. Like, he was a very good winner of Supreme Novice Hurdle. The way he ran that race, he pulled Ruby's arms out of his socket, and he won going away. Last year, everything that could go wrong went wrong. He tried to headbutt hurdles instead of jumping. He tried to kill himself like 4 times. I just wipe it out. Like, there's a reason Ruby said I wanted him to go over fences. I didn't want to go back over hurdles. He's a chaser. Like, he's 25-1 for the Arkle. He's a former winner of the Supreme Novice Hurdle. You just wipe out last year. He shouldn't be that big of a price. He's totally forgotten horse. No one's going to give him any chance of what he done. I think I'm hoping he's going to show his real self this season. I'm more intrigued than excited to see what he does. If fences kind of bring out more respect in him to his obstacles, like he's the class horse. He's a very classy horse. He's a multiple grade 1 winner as a novice. He was one time installed Ante-Post for the champion hurdle. I'm very excited to see what Classical Dream does next year. And so Monkfish, Classical Dream, my 2 novice chasers to follow for the season. Right, so on to our open chasers, the big boys. So, Tom, what do you have? Do you have 2, do you have 3, do you have 7? How many do you have?
3.
Yeah.
I have 3 of them, and the first one is the one that me and Dave had. And there was no way I was giving this lad up after putting him up last season.
How often you agree on things? This is strange. 2020.
But Harry Whittington, simply the bets. I said it on the show before. I think he's one who can go on improving. He's still a young horse. He looks like he's got improvement in him. He won that handicap of 149 at the festival. He's up to 157. He's got to go and improve another half a stone to be placing in a top class race. But I definitely think he's a graded horse because I think there's more improvement in him. And I haven't really got many English horses down here, but I'm really looking forward to seeing him this year. My next one, we'll go back to Henry de Bromhead, is Manila Hinder. It was a race that I ended up watching this afternoon as well. It was the RSA, and he just should have won. Like, he just should have won. And every time Champ goes past, he's just absolutely micking around. Champ comes. Do you not think he goes with Champ as Champ goes past? He does.
He does. Oh,
if Champ was able to jump, he would have won by a furlong. He's that much better than those two yaks, and that's a fact. He didn't jump a single fence, and he's still better.
Exactly.
The two of them went hell for leather when they seen Champ off the bridle and not jumping at all, and they took each other on. They set the race up for Champ. Then there's no way in hell the two of them are going to go hell for leather in open company. No chance. I can see where Tom's coming from, and I wouldn't grab it at all.
When Champ went past, Manila Indo picks up, and for a horse to be able to like change their speed at that stage of an RSA is pretty impressive in my book.
He wasn't doing an absolute tap when he hit the front,
but he's. I think he needs to improve, but he needs to grow up. Like, if you remember the first year he went to Cheltenham, he tanked around there like he was in a 5 furlong flat race, and he still managed to win. And he pulled way too hard. He's gone there then last year and dicked around up the bloody running and tried to go right and anything but go in a straight line. And then Champ's come to him and he's gone on again. There's so much ability in there, I think. And his form at Cheltenham is exceptional. He shows up on the big day there. Don't be surprised to see him finish 3rd or 4th in an Irish Gold Cup or something like that, and then go to Cheltenham and reverse the form with those horses.
They're going to race him a lot more this season as well.
Yeah, I think he needs it, to be honest. I think
he's very sure.
As he steps up into this open company, he's going to need more experience. He's going to have to get hardier, and he's going to have to grow up a bit, I think. But the ability is there, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see him turn up at Cheltenham next year, hopefully, and we'll see what he can do, because his form is better than his form anywhere else.
Like, even when you say with his ability, there's not many horses that can go win an Alba Bartlett, then back it up at Punchestown and win the same race, the Punchestown equivalent again. I don't think it's been done at all, if anything. So, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no, he's got loads of ability. The other one, and I'm just trying to get up the name of it.
Three again, but he was told to pick 2.
I've got 4.
This is ridiculous.
You're gonna love these two. These two are left field. What's that?
You always say that, and we don't.
You will. You will love these two. So the first one is, we're going back to France, and we're going back to David Cotin, is Easy's Land. And like, I know it's blindly obvious, but for a 6-year-old to do what he did last year at Cheltenham, I thought was exceptional. He hammered Tiger Roll, and in turn, Tiger Roll hammered everything else. Those cross-country races in France are so specialised. I just think he will absolutely mop up this division, and I can't wait to see him again.
Here's the punchline.
Why?
Go on, what's next? I know what the punchline is.
No, the last one.
No, where he goes after Cheltenham.
Where he goes after Cheltenham. Oh, the Grand National. Yeah, the only thing that puts me off of the Grand National is his age, but I think he's got experience jumping those fences and whatever.
The only thing that puts you off is the jockey. That jockey has no chance getting him around 30 fences in Aintree. Not at all.
Before the horse will fall over the fences.
Not at all.
Have you seen those? You messaged me the other day, Andrew, and said, Jesus, the fences at O'Toy. Like, they are... they're insane fences over in France that they jump.
Tom, that jockey is not getting him over 30 fences in Aintree. Not a chance. He ain't jumping 30 fences in Aintree with one rein. It's not happening. Like,
but he does it. He does it at. He does it around all the cross country.
I couldn't give a rat's what he does around France.
They're harder to jump than the Aintree fences are. The Aintree fences are not hard to jump anymore.
I'd be interested in him if he had a decent jockey on him though.
How many fallers in last year's national?
There wasn't one.
What time?
Zero.
There we go. Okay, before
from the virtual one.
The virtual one, yeah, that was good crack, wasn't it?
How didn't he win that?
Yeah, but yeah, look, I don't think I hope he goes to the national after Cheltenham.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I think that's the plan from talking to him. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Dave, how many fallers in the 2019 Grand National?
Jeez, I don't know, 12.
Andrew, how many fallers in the 2019 Grand National?
3 or 4?
3.
Oh yeah,
3 fallers. So I wouldn't be worried about it at all. It's not the jumping test it was.
It's not the horse, it's the jockey falling off the horse.
You get around to those cross country races over mad fences. So. Yeah,
but he doesn't have 40 horses around him.
Yeah, just keep them clear. Keep them wide for the first circuit, I'm telling you. All right. Anyway, he's my one. And then the other one who's going to go under the radar because he'll get beaten in bloody point-to-points in Ireland. He'll get beaten in a hunter's chase in Ireland. He'll turn up to Cheltenham and everyone will say, oh, he's no chance. It came to pass for the Fox Hunters. His Cheltenham form, he was nearly going to win that year for Jim Cullity, and he absolutely dotted up last year. So don't worry about a thing that he does all year.
Was he trained by Jim Cullity?
Yeah.
And then went someone else to when he won?
Yeah.
No wonder he won.
you said it, not me.
Oh my!
That year when Jim Cullity had more winners at Cheltenham than he did in his training career in Ireland that season.
Absolutely scandalous. Same as Pat Kelly. Like, who gives out these licenses?
You should have seen the place he built as well. Unbelievable place.
No, I seen a thing from Oisin Murphy. He was out there one day. It's like, how are you training here? And you can't even train one winner.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he drops off Davy Russell then after stop now.
I'm gonna have a can of Guinness after this anyway. So
I want to have a
can. I had one already.
But there we go. Yeah, so they're my 4 chasers that are a bit left field, and they're all horses I really like, and I'm looking forward to.
Dave, off you go.
I have 2 because that's all I was asked to pick. Top of the Game and Champ, both 3-mile chasers over in England. Top of the Game. If Top of the Game wins the Hennessy, he might just jump up right near the top of my favourite horses. Because I'm full sure he's going to win the Hennessy. And if he goes out and does it then...
Already. How can he be one of your favourite horses already?
You know what it is? I love the Hennessy. And any horse that I back Ante-Post and follow for the Hennessy, they're special to me if they go out and win it. So,
Dave, I want to have a bet with you.
He's like the new Denman. He's big. He's the new Denman.
Absolute fraud.
He's the new Denman. Go on, Tom.
I want to bet, right? How many times does Top of the Game run this year?
Can we have a bet how many times he gets injured?
4.
You think he'll run 4 times?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll take anything. I'll take 3 or less. You have 4 or more.
He'll go 4. He'll go to Hennessy. He'll go the Lexus. He'll be brought over for the Lexus. He'll go the Denman Chase at Newbury and then the Gold Cup.
Yeah, this is where I think he'll go now. I think he'll miss the Hennessy because he'll get a little injury before it. He might get out somewhere. He might get out somewhere in England just before Christmas or over Christmas.
What are you doing?
And then he'll definitely be injured again, and that'll be the end of it.
The next time you will be in 2 years running the Fox Hunters.
He's had one injury. Like, this is ridiculous. Carry on. He's just got a year off to get bigger and stronger and even sexier.
Harry Firm himself said he is wicked susceptible to injuries because of the size of him.
My second one is Champ.
How much are we having on that? A tenner?
Yeah, tenner, yeah.
Tenner, okay.
2 points.
That's good bet.
My second one is Champ, just because he's superbly talented, and you can go on and on and on about Manila Hinder fighting back, and he was idle and all that. The only horse Manila Hinder beats is Allaho all the time, and carefully selected, and they're just both useless. Allaho don't have a trip. He's tripless. He reminds me of Loosen My Load years ago. Can't find an intermediate trip or a 3-mile trip. He travels lovely, and then he gets out battled, or I don't know. I would have thought maybe the Ryanair would suit him, but I just don't think he'll win that either. Champ is just better than those novices last year. He jumped like a fridge, and he still won. So if he learns how to jump this year, he'll actually have a really good chance in the Gold Cup. But he does have to learn how to jump.
He's not going to learn how to jump that much to make him win the Gold Cup. There's no chance in hell.
And he's nuts. The fact that he nearly ran out at Newbury.
Would go vidi vici and it'd do nothing to him.
The fact that he nearly ran out at Newbury, I was laughing that day. Then the day in the Dipper at Cheltenham, and he literally just went straight through the fence. He didn't even try to jump it. He just went boom, somersault over it, and then he comes out and wins the RSA the next day. Unreal.
So it reminds me of Might Bite, shite.
He nearly won a Gold Cup.
Stop the lights.
Go on, Andrew. I'm just thinking. I've got handicappers and horses to go.
You do.
Oh, come on! I need to have my dinner, like.
Just eat it, dear. Go get it. Bring it back.
I want to relax, like, and watch the second half of the match.
Sorry, boy. Jesus Christ. My first one is the tripless horse that is Allaho.
I knew he was going to put him up. He's put him up every year since he returned on the scene, like.
That, and every year I said, he's not a 3-miler. He needs to go down 2.5 miles. And they're finally getting the bloody message. He has it all for 2.5 miles. He jumps superb. He travels well. And he stays further. He is tailor-made for 2.5 miles. You can say he's tripless all he wants. He's not. He's an extremely good jumper. He travels on the bridle. And he stays. You cannot say he doesn't stay. When he gets beat, what? What to get beat? 1.5 lengths, maybe 2 in the RSA? Doesn't stay. Okay. Doesn't stay. He's tailor-made for 2.5 miles. I'm convinced this lad is going to win the Ryanair.
I give you a bet now, right now. He will not win a Grade 1 this season, and you can have as many races as you want.
Yeah, I'll take that. No hassle.
But I'm tearing on that. Not a chance. He don't know how to win.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's Allaho. My second one, I was back and forth between two, and I looked back at this her form and the record coming out of this race is put the kettle on for the champion chase going up.
Look at Tom said because it's Henry the Bromhead horse. Tom's like, what the fuck is going on?
Like the two I had, it was put the kettle on and brewing up a storm.
I thought you were going to say no. Don't even start. You're not mentioning brewing up. You're not mentioning brewing up a storm in here after I said it last year and I got slated about it. No chance.
You put him up for the fucking Arthur. You put him up for the Arthur. Over 2 miles. You absolute gimp.
Stick with. He fell. He didn't even finish the race. He lasted 2 fences.
They were going too fast for him. He's not a 2-miler. You absolute mad joke. He's a stinger.
What about Notebook, Andrew? What's he doing this year?
I thought it was going to be Notebook. I did.
What?
I thought it was going to be Notebook.
No. But I think the record of ARCA winners coming out to the champion chase, when there's so many questions about who's going to get to the actual champion chase at this stage, she loves Cheltenham. Her record around Cheltenham is 2 from 2. She's going back there again. Not this meeting. I think the Paddy Power meeting. She's going back there for a case. Her whole season be campaigned around the Clapham case. As much as I've fallen out with Hemi de Bromhead, he's unreal with 2 mile cases. I think she's going to have a great chance at least placing that. I think she's got 16 to 1 for a champion chase when you've Ante-Post, who's more injury prone than bloody top of the game. Well, she has Altior to beat, in my opinion.
Come on, Altior.
But yeah, I think she's a good each way bet now before she starts mopping up races. Like there's not much in England bar Altior, really, is there?
Nah.
So,
slow.
Yeah, and he's a fair horse, but if they all turn up, I can't see him winning again.
They're persistent with 2 miles, definitely the Sawyer, and she'd definitely the Sawyer over 2 miles. Definitely.
Right, I have one more that I wasn't going to put up, but I've been saying it a long time, and I'm just going to say it.
No,
Pistol crack.
No, lads, set Mellon up to 3 miles.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you can Mellon 3 miles. You can just forget about him until he gets to Cheltenham. Give him a crack at it.
What? A Gold Cup?
Well, yeah, why not? He's like 80 to 1. What a save by David De Gea, by the way.
I saw that about 5 minutes ago.
I have this rewound. I have it rewound. I think he's crying out for a ship. I know it's Pedro doesn't say it, but why not? Like, you won't know until you try it. His record at Cheltenham is unbelievable. He's placing as many grade ones as you want over there. He's a wild price, as Tom would say. Yeah, I think Mellon open trip. Why not have 2 dancers for Albon Fosun himself? Yeah, there are my 3. Well, kind of 4 because brewing up a storm, but God only knows what they're going to do with him. Yeah. So, shall we do a little recap?
Well, go on, give me my hand. I've got one handicapper. That's all.
I thought
it leads on from the review video that we did of Cheltenham, and it's the boss's Oscar.
That's funny.
Off a mark of 137, as long as they don't go chasing, there's a massive handicap in him because he's an absolutely thrown it. He should have won that Martin Pipe, I reckon.
It'll be a early job.
We back the winner.
Yeah, well, this lad should have won.
No, he shouldn't because he didn't win, Tom. We back the winner. I don't care about coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Benny the Slow.
Yeah, off 137 though. That lad is thrown.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout now.
And I got one horse, right?
Oh Jesus!
A Willie Mullins
lawyer.
A Willie Mullins bumper horse. I'm told this went to Willie Mullins apparently. A horse who was second on its only start in France, called Ganzo Dairy. Keep an eye out for that. Will probably be out soon enough. I'd say. Well, I don't know about soon enough, but this year. The other one is its full brother, Harantzu Dairy, who won.
Hold up, I have one handicap horse, and he's naming out the bloody Tatterstall Book 1 there.
Oh my God! Like,
no, this is. Oh no, it's not. Maybe it's not its full brother. It's his half brother. But this thing
related to this sister. He's this cousin of Pelisoslow, related to Ante-Post.
They're both gone to Willie Mullins apparently, but you won't see the second one. You won't see Harantzu Dairy until next year because he's only a 3-year-old. But Ganzo Dairy, keep an eye out for him. I'd say he's a nice horse.
You done?
Yeah, done now.
Sure.
It's a jump season preview. Got to cover all angles.
Okay.
Can we do a Hunter Chase show?
No.
Point to point.
You do a point-to-point season preview. That'd be good.
I'm busy that day.
I'm washing my hair that day. Tom Poley. That's all I can think of Hunter Chase.
He's running on Friday or Saturday, know that?
Oh,
yeah, he's not going Hunter Chasing now.
Why?
Start running him on the track.
They're just running him normally.
They think he's too good, Andrew.
Oh, anyway, recap. Tom, go through your horses there again.
What, like in detail? So we just
Oh,
do the whole hour video again, is it?
Dave, it's okay. I'll put it in the description. Jesus Christ.
We'll go through them like Novice Hurdlers. So Novice Hurdlers, Andrew, you list yours, then I'll do mine, then we'll go through like that. Just really quickly.
Okay, boss man. My Novice Hurdlers are Bob Ollinger and Appreciate It. Thomas.
Mine are Queensbrook, Ballyadam, and Ranch Hand.
David.
And 7 others from Willie Mullins that you just gave. Fernie Hollow.
Okay. Oh yeah, you stuck to the rules. I forgot. My open hurdlers are Mac Fabulous and Honeysuckle.
Mine are Sawyer De Burleigh and Sant Roy.
Mac Fabulous and Fury Road.
Onto the Novice Chasers, and I have Monkfish and Classical Dream.
Mine are Liberry and Cobbler's Way.
The Big Getaway and Darver Star.
And onto the Open Chasers, I have Allaho, Put the Kettle On, and Melon stepping up to 3 miles.
Mine are Simply the Bets, Manila Hinder, Easy's Land, and It Came to Pass.
And mine are Champ, The Lunatic, and Big Topper, top of the game.
The Water Crystal. Go on, Tom. We're waiting for the handicaps.
Oh, okay, the only handicapper there, the Boss's Oscars, is definitely a big race in him. And Ganzo Dairy for Willie Mullins and a bumper. Keep an eye out for that.
People are probably wondering why we're not going Album Photo, Altior, Slotini, and all them. I think we covered like kind of decent prices that will be shorter on the day. Like we could easily put up Album Photo, was going to be more or less the same price come the day. Same with Epitont and all them. So I think we done well.
If you want to put up, like we could sit here and put up, Envoy Allen as my novice tracer to follow. He's a dark horse. That's like writing a book of 100 of horses to follow for the flat season and making it a book called 140 horses to follow for the flat season. And then yeah, like, that's pointless. So we try and there's a few obvious ones in there, but there's a few also at the same time are under the radar.
Like I think the obvious ones are, yes, they're obvious, but the prices are not taken into how obvious they are.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So I think that was us wrapped up. So that was our 2020-2021 horses to follow. Hopefully a few will win, at least one, or we just need to give up this game. So we will be back we're back this Wednesday for the showcase meeting of Cheltenham. So we will be back on Friday with hopefully a few winners. So again, lads, thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribe already and give us a like and stick on the bell notification so you won't miss out on any more videos. So we will see you again on Wednesday for our Cheltenham showcase meet.